Bleh. Blood, 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 and death.
All right, you know what, you're milking it. Besides, I think we got it.
To milk something means to use something in such a way to draw or coerce profit or advantage from it by taking too much, exploiting it, or defrauding somebody. Typically some type of unfair advantage where people get a little bit extra over a long period of time. And they oftentimes are not particularly unethical. It's just that the situation is in their favor, so they kind of like to pursue it and persist in it. And where it comes from is from a cow, where a farmer can milk a cow literally every day, and the next day there's more milk. So the farmer's pretty happy about that because he gets milk every day. So in a similar metaphor, a person can be in a situation that is to their advantage, and let's say they're being overpaid on their job, they don't have to work very hard, so there's certainly an urge to milk the situation. Now typically milking a situation is viewed as a negative thing, sort of borderline unethical, let's call it that way, unless the person is doing it themselves, in which case they just think that they did a good, in which case people just think that they have a good thing going, they're getting paid a lot of money for not having to work so hard, very little competition, and they're just generally happy with the situation because they don't have to go out and face more difficult competition. They don't have to face more difficult competition. They can just continue with the ongoing situation. My friend Jim, he's milking his situation with his girlfriend. He doesn't even like her, but she's rich. She takes him out to dinner. She takes him on vacation. And she, wants to marry him. And he's just saying, look, when she wants to really marry me, then I'm going to dump her. Until then, I'm just going to milk the situation. When I was a kid, my parents used to pay me minimum wage for weeding the garden. And they never even bothered to see how good of a job I was doing. They just said, okay, here's your money. So I was very inclined to milk it. Whenever they weren't looking, I would just kind of go hide somewhere and still collect the money. Yeah, there's a lot of stories about very wealthy people who got milked dry by their significant others who were more interested in the money than they were in the people. ESL-fullsteamahead.com